Okay, welcome to today's video. I have to go through quickly here, and you may appreciate it. Anyway, I have to enter the results first, then we run the simulation, then we compare, or we can even compare with the market. This time, quickly go through. Okay, France against Australia. Meanwhile, or in the meantime, I might be able to talk a little bit about the World Cup itself. France, they all say they didn't convince. On the other hand, what they tend to forget is that all the teams there qualified. So for some reason they got to be there, and Australia are not such a bad side. And okay, maybe France didn't convince still, but they scored this fantastic goal. I would call it that with sheer class, with Pogba, when he just reached the ball and still did that on purpose, and that the ball crossed the line. What I do not understand is people say it's very lucky that it went in. But in case it would have been stopped on the line, it would have not gone in, so it was just not even an inch that it passed the line. But if it would have not been, I mean, we had this referee at the clock, so goal decision system, so that was working well. And so goal was given. But if it, why is Peru Denmark first? This is what I'm wondering. Because we did have the other game, Argentina Iceland, before that. But I think I know why, because I didn't sort it up there, and this is sorted on the groups, sorted by groups. Okay, so Denmark. Anyway, so in case the ball would not have gone in, they would have said that was very unlucky. So either, well, it can't be either very lucky for them that it went in, or very unlucky if it would not have been in. This is just some silly contradiction there. That the media, I mean, they might claim, okay, we want to make it exciting, which they usually fail to do. I'm gonna, okay, anyway, so the ball went in, was a good shot, so either it goes in or it doesn't. This time it was in. 32 and 71, the goals. So just to show you quickly here, or maybe you can't read it even, but Croatia went up with this fine win. The better the quotient. This is average, so they are better than average. Nigeria, they didn't play badly, but comparing with the favorites, I would say, well, they could be average as well, but not a lot better, which they aren't in my database here. They are on 0.86, so below average. Maybe, yeah. Well, everyone can make up his mind what he thinks of the ranking. So I don't need this anymore. All I'm trying to say is the evaluations are getting updated with the results coming in, and I could do it by hand as well, of course, in case I'm doing 1,000 runs like we did yesterday, and it's going through quickly, and I can adjust by manually as well in case I think there was something severely wrong, but I can't see that for now. It is, I mean, Nigeria might be a bit better, but Morocco, comparing these, Iran a bit worse, although they won the game and so on. France, one might go down a bit, but it has been the first game, and actually they had been showing their class in sufficient degree to, yeah, they are good enough. I mean, there was this one incident when the referee intervened and said this was a penalty for who scored the goal there? Peru. They didn't score. When did this happen? That there was another incident when they said that should have been a penalty, and actually he did not award it because there was one already. So usually they still would say, well, one penalty should do. That's enough. And then they keep wondering why they do not even why the referee VAR does not intervene. Yeah, well, it was a penalty. At the moment I'm a bit focused on this now. Okay, anyway, I tried to. No, we replace this one. No, we gotta open this one. This is from today, heute 8:22. So you see how early I'm getting up. I'm actually playing a chess tournament today, so I'll be back for the Germany game, but not the first one, which I at the moment do not even know who's playing, to be honest, but I could check in a second. Not gonna do it now. And this is simulation 4, I call this one now, so we copy this in here. And now we can go down here. This is meaningless. Well, top 2, I mean, I could go into that. But now these values are replaced because I'm referring to this B7 that I just entered here, 862. So I'm referring to the values. This is identical to this one. And so now to be able to sort it, I copy the values in down here, but I have to take the team's names as well, because otherwise wouldn't see a lot. We're gonna copy the values in here like we did yesterday. And now we're ready to sort this one. Column C, rising. So France improved their chances. I'm gonna close this one now. And now we can compare. I mean, largely we can just compare the ones that have played. But of course, as I said, there may be some impact on the games to come. So if France's chances rise, this is not for the group stage, but maybe for the semi-final, 1.46. So whoever they meet, that team's chances might go down. With this value rising, they rose from 95.6 to 97.4. You see that, with a win over Australia. It was not a big win and not a great game, which is also affecting their strength development. If they won by 3-0, for example, the chances would even have been better because they would have risen a bit higher in the ranking. And Brazil still here. Oh yeah, okay, they improved their chances. Well, this is just random. Uruguay we had on 93.3. Well, no changes here. 94. Germany went down a bit. Spain, the same. Okay, Croatia we have to check here because they won their game. That went from 75.5% up to 91.4%. So they improved their chances a lot, which affects also their chances to win the title in the end. You see here, it was, I didn't have a look here. They had 2.9%, and now it's 3.4. Well, not a major rise, but still a small one. Russia, we had that before. Argentina went from 118 to go through, 84.6, to 74.4%. So the draw, the first real surprise, Iran, Morocco, you could call a surprise. Denmark, okay, we can check Denmark as well. Was not a surprise, but maybe a pretty even game. I still had Denmark, the slightly better side. And although Peru had the chances and missed the penalty, I have to say I still found Denmark the slightly better side. I mean, well, pretty even, but so the chances is the one thing, but gameplay itself, Peru did a good job. They should not have lost really, but still, I would say Denmark slightly better. They improved from 56.6%, 74.1. So it's just 3 games. So if you have such a win, that hugely improves your chances. Not for the favorites, because that's just they are so high already, so they can't improve by that much. Anyway, who else played? We can check the losers as well. We could check Peru, 9.4%, and had been 30.5%. You see here Denmark were ahead, quite a bit. So maybe that wasn't perfect, the settings. Still, the favorites won in some sense. The favorites. What more have you got? Iceland, for example, 10.6 and went up to 19.2 because, well, getting a draw from one of the heavyweights, that has to improve your chances. And of course, seeing Iceland play, it was still impressive. And I mean, the first half, they even troubled Argentina, you have to say. And, well, they did create their chances. And they are pretty, in defensive, they are pretty strong and tall. And so it was not that. But in the second half, it was so dominant. So that was maybe the best performance of a favorite. Well, okay, they didn't have the winning goal. So maybe if it were 1-0 or would have stayed 1-0, they would have not been that dominant, but rather, well, waited, holding on to that lead. But as it was 1-1, but they were so dominant that they should have won with ease, Argentina. So they were pretty good. And so Iceland still impressed a bit. I mean, in some sense, they are so strong somehow, and they are so confident, and then you feel that they got nothing to lose at all. Their teams, whatever they do. So that's impressive in some sense. But it had been already in the last in the European Championship. Okay, the market comparison as promised. I will. Okay. This is just to win the World Cup. I could do no. This is quarterfinal. Okay, so we can check here. This is my latest results. Brazil. Market says 1.35. True price 1.33. So one could even go with Brazil. I mean, no real advantage. Spain, 140 is more than 139. You see they are all coming pretty close. I didn't compare it yet. Germany is my price, 145. Belgium, 155, 156. Okay, very close. France, 150. I would pay, what is it here, 160? Yeah, that's 160. So one could, well, what they say is they weren't so good. So that's why the price may be a bit bigger, but if you want to take a chance, go with France. England, that's 180, that's also more than the true price, so you could go with the favorites. Argentina, that price rose, but they played pretty well. But still, the draw didn't do them any good. So you shouldn't go with Argentina then, given these values here. Portugal, 270, 2.10. So we're very close, aren't we? What does it mean? That's 245. That's right in between 255 and 235. You have to look at these values. That's a true price, that's a pay price. So 255, 235. We go on, Croatia, 275. Well, here there is a margin. I do not know why market, what was wrong with Croatia? Nothing at all, right? 275, that is a lot. That is a lot. 275. I can't see anything that Croatia have done wrong yesterday. They just played a good game. That was good football. And for me, they underlined that they are one of the, well, they would still say dark horses, but of course, saying that year in, year out gets a bit boring, but they are one, they are not dark anymore as well. But so Croatia are the ones to pick here. That's the only one, and I can't see much wrong with this one. Colombia, we're again with the market in line. Russia, well, Russia, here. That looks like a bet, is it? 330, well, 313, 330. Okay, Denmark, we'll check a few more. 340, this is, I would even pay 370. Still, it's close enough. Poland, we do not need to check. This is my price. Switzerland, yeah, Switzerland, you could choose still 6.0, 444. Anyway, we are very close with all these values. There's just one, yeah, that I can't understand. They played a good game, and yeah. So Croatia. So we found a bet actually, which I would really can't see much wrong with that one. It's especially with the draw in the other game. I mean, where's my schedule? Here I got this. Okay, well, yeah, the draw in the other game, that is always helpful for the one winner. They're gonna play Argentina next. Okay, that's what I wanted to check. Well, I mean, Argentina are in need. I need a win. A draw might not do. So there's some pressure on Argentina. So some chance for Croatia for sure. Argentina was strong. Okay, I agree. But Croatia was strong too. So, okay, anyway, I'll leave you with this. 18 minutes, that's fine. Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow. Bye.